Hey guys, how's it going? This is your boy Garrett, and today I'm bringing you some Crew Beta on the PS4. This is going to be like a first impressions video, just a small little how I feel about the game right now. And technically, I guess it's not my first impression. This is the second time playing the game, so I'm doing a review pretty much on the last time I played it, where I played it a ton, got like all the cars. Leveled up to max level on the beta, did a lot of online racing, and how I feel about the game right now in its current state, and whether or not, it's worth getting at launch or waiting. So to start out, obviously, as you see in the video, I got my first car, which I picked Dodge Challenger, one of the best cars in the beta to start out with. This or the 370Z, it's probably the two best ones, in my opinion. I picked this one just because it has way more power, and the dirt spec's really nice for it. But, yeah, so what you're going to see in this video is there's tons of car customization, and this is the start of the game. So there's tons of car customization as soon as you start the game, which is nice, because everybody loves, a lot of car customization, and the ability to change their car exactly how they want in racing games. So anytime that's available, I love that type of gameplay, so I always look for games like that. The downfall to this game is that's one of its few features that is worth buying the game for. I mean, you can customize the interior, which no game lets you do that. So that's cool, but, not necessary, but still something that's just cool. You can customize the fenders, you can customize the wings, the hood. There's tons of bumper customizations for the front and the back. There's tons of rims. Right now, in this car customization, there's not, but that's because it's my first car, so you don't get to pick through all the rims. But if you buy a second car, you have probably over 200 rim options, more than anybody will need. But there's tons of rims customization. You can change the car color, of course. You can add stickers to your car. And there's tons of upgrades for cars. Now, the upgrading doesn't really work like you go to a store and you buy parts. You actually, do challenges or races and unlock parts. And you level your car up by getting those parts that way. Or at least in the beta. Maybe in the main story or main game, there's going to be an option to go to a store and buy parts. But right now, there's not. And I don't know how much the parts would be. But a big issue right now to me is cars are super expensive. Now that could be a beta thing, so they might change it in the main game. But right now, cars in the beta, the starting cars are all $22,000, which seems about right. But you go to try to get the Ford GT500 or the Ford Raptor or the Nissan Skyline. They're all $120,000 or more, which seems ridiculous. I mean, it's so much money. So it'll be interesting to see how they change the car prices, either raising them or lowering them, because the races and missions only give you $1,000. I mean, the best way to make money is by doing online races. You can do an online race, and if you win, you get $6,000 every single race. If you lose, you only get $1,000 to $2,000, but you have to get dead last. But I know when I raced, if I finished in the top 3 a lot, I was getting $6,000 to $4,000 every race. Each race takes 2 minutes. So that's how I made all my money originally, and that's how I plan on doing it for this beta, to unlock cars and show you guys the different cars. On the beta even, there's a wide selection of cars. You just only can get 2 different specs, the dirt and the sport spec, or street spec. The street spec is pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of like a basic, somebody just tuning up their own car in their own garage style spec. The dirt spec is the cool thing, which I think I'll probably use the most out of all the specs. The dirt spec, adds, and what's cool about the different specs and specializations for each car is they get different bumpers, different tires, different everything. So the whole car changes based on what specialization you have on it, which is awesome. It doesn't just, have the better ability to drive on dirt. So that's something to look forward to. So now that we have all the good out of the game, which is the car customization, the vast majority of cars, and obviously the longevity of the game based off of money, getting money to buy the parts. Which it doesn't feel like a chore to get the money either. It's not like a bad thing to have to earn money on here. But the negatives to the game right now are the physics for the game are terrible. I mean, you're watching me race right now. There's some gameplay here of me racing. And when you hit cars, they don't actually wreck. They just kind of, you kind of push them out of your way, or you get pushed out of the way. When you hit objects, you don't actually wreck. There's just not good. You just kind of bounce off things, which I know it's an arcade style racer, but even, Need for Speed and stuff, it seems like they've kind of evolved past just to hit stuff and everything bounces. It's not like everything's like made of rubber in this game compared to, you actually making an impact with something. So that's weird. The driving itself, the cars don't handle like a real car. They kind of are all over the place. They feel like a big brick when you drive them, when you turn. They either do a huge drift or they turn in a straight line, which is weird. And really and the graphics. I mean, the world around you is scaled down so much in detail because of the vast size of the world. So that's one of those things where it could be great or you just don't care. It's one of those things that it's dependent on what you want the world to look like. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys, so I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.